Assalamualaikum and good evening to Mr. Arif and friends. My name is Lokman and there is Shafiq, Hasif and Nuzul. We are here for ask some question about engineering, ethics and Oshe in order to fulfill our assignment requirement. First and foremost, Mr. Arif, can you introduce yourself?
Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum. So my name is Muhammad Arifuddin bin Yahya. Uh, this year already 27 years old and already working with Intel Corporation for approximately 5 years, starting from 2018. My current role right now is senior system validation engineer, working on client product for Intel.
Okay. Our first question, what is your principle to make sure that you maintain your professional reputation as a professional engineer?
Okay, for this question, my view, my principle for maintain my credibility as a professional engineer is there are three main point for this. Okay, first, for me, honestly, for every decision that I've done during my work, okay, so we need to consider our works do not harm the others. Okay, so this our works do not affected our customer or even our downstream. Okay, due to our decision. Okay, so the second point is the most important point for me lah. Okay, so this is also applicable for all our engineer in Malaysia and across the world. We need to be very open and honest about our works. Okay, even though some of the decision that we make during our works, okay, we need to hold credibility for it. Okay, so if it harm another people, okay, maybe our decision is wrong, we need to be very honest about that and very open. Okay, the last point that are very important. Okay, every decision that you've done, okay, during your works, okay, you need to be very sensitive about this. Okay, you need to have a consent, okay, from your management or even your manager, even your colleague. Okay, so you need to tell them what are the step or works that you plan to done, okay, and get a consent from your management. This is very important because we need to take view from not ourselves. Okay, we need to take view from others. Okay, and we can discuss about it whether it's a good decision or not.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Arif. Let Shafiq proceed to question number two.
Okay, for question number two, can you share with us about when you become aware of a hazardous workplace condition? How did you guys handle it?
So because I can correlate to this question because right now as a validation engineer, I do work in lab. Okay, there are so many hazardous things that happen in lab, such as we some tools burn. Okay, in our lab. Okay, so the first thing is for us the step that we take. Okay, for if we encountered an hazardous environment. Okay, first thing we need to everyone from the lab, you need to go to the emergency place that already provided by your company, okay, or your lab. Okay, so and the next step is you always report. Okay, even though everyone already evacuate from the lab, okay, or even factory, okay, you need to report this to your Oshe lah. I think most of the company will have a safety officer. Okay, so you need to report this unsafe condition. Okay, the next one is you need to after you evacuate, so you the next thing after all the hazardous thing already removed from your place, okay, lab or factory, you need to do a very post-mortem, okay, to check on the what is causing the issue, whether it's a safety issue, burning tools or electrical issue. You need to do a post-mortem, sit down with your colleague, okay, and discuss this. What is the future? What is the next step that we can done, okay, to make sure this accident cannot happen in the future. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, proceed to Nuzul Hakim.
Okay, Mr. Arif, what are the procedures that usually apply or practice in terms of safety and moral while working?
Safety or moral by working. Okay, so for this, the first thing in lab that we done, okay, so this is a very small things that you can done uh, to make sure all the accident cannot happen lah. Okay, so the first one, always keep a clean workstation. Okay, whether you are in lab or factory, your workstation should always be clean, because some of the workstation very messy. Okay, you cannot know what kind of maybe future hazardous things that can be done. Okay, whether it's a burning board or burning tools. Okay, this you need to keep a very clean workspace. Okay, so the next one, wear a PPE. Okay, so PPE is very, in Intel, we very sensitive about PPE, because we deal with very microscopic things. Okay, so PPE will avoid any contamination towards your product. Okay, that may or may not, okay, jeopardize our project. Okay, so the next thing is, you should take a break. Okay, this one, when you work, okay, you should take a break, maybe 1 or 2 hours after you work. You need to take a break, maybe 5 minutes for a coffee or what. Okay, so this is a very sensitive issue. Okay, so the next one is, do not try skip the step. Okay, do not try to skip the SOP. Okay, so SOP exists because there are reason for it to keep you guys safe. Okay, do not skip any step in the SOP. Follow the SOP. Okay, and the last one is, I think, do not okay, always stay up to date to the latest procedure SOP that your company already announced. Okay, like during COVID. Okay, during COVID, I think most of the company advise us to wear a face mask. Okay, so always stay up to date on all of the update from your company. So this is to get to make sure you guys are very safe in your workplace. Okay, that's all.
Okay, Mr. Arif, I'm Asif, and yeah, nowadays we know, as we know, there's a lot happen in company. Even though this may seem like a small mistake in terms of workplace ethic, the wrong use of the internet and company technology cost a organization a lot of money, time, and productivity. Not only is it a waste of company time and tools and technology, but uh, it consume a lot of technology of the company, and also financial cost or everything. So, from your perspective on this issue, do you think this kind of action should be a compromise or not by using the illegal technology and information or
Yeah.
money that you can company?
Okay, for this, it depends on the situation. Some of the employee we know, they really using the company technology or internet, okay, for their own benefit. Okay, some of the employee I know also make use of the company internet in the factory, okay, to do their own works outside, maybe business or something. Okay, so this for this kind of decision, I think we cannot compromise. Okay, so because they're using company money, technology, and internet for their own benefit. Okay, some of the employee actually they're using internet, maybe some of them using it wrongly, but what they're trying to do, they try to research on the what related to their works. Okay, what related, for me, that one we can compromise, because it also will benefit the company. Okay, because the employee try to find a solution that benefit the company. Okay, some of the solution, like I said, they're using for business purposes, their own business purposes. That one, it cannot be compromised, because this one will waste a lot of company money. okay, internet and also technology lah. Okay, so it depends on the situation lah. Some situation can be compromised, some situation we cannot compromise.
Okay, it's very clear. And this is the last question. As an experienced engineer, have you ever done or have you ever done a task or deal with an event that went against your rule of job? If so, how you do it? How did you deal with it?
Okay, so this question we can correlate to the first question that you guys asked lah. Okay, so for me, sometimes I do actually deal with a task or event that went against my role as a system validation. Okay, but the most important thing is sometimes, okay, in certain situation, if you're very urgent to completed your task, you do have to break some rule actually. Okay, some of the things that it cannot be, you cannot compromise because some of the project have a timeline, so you need to actually, this is the last chance that you can have, okay, to complete your project. Sometimes you need to break some of the rule, but the most important thing is be responsible for it if anything happen. And before you make the decision to break the rules, okay, for your job scope, make sure you communicate this with your management, okay, and ask for their opinion. So this is very correlate to my to the first question that you guys asked. Okay, so if you guys think sometime you guys need to break some rules, okay, to able for you to complete the job, communicate with your management, ask for their opinion, ask for their concern, okay, then hear them, hear the feedback. What kind of feedback that they get, they will feedback to you guys, and you can make decision from there. Sometimes project is more important than this lah. Okay, sometimes we need to benefit the company, but sometimes we need to break the rule also. This is my opinion.
Thank you, Mr. Arif, for the very, very satisfying answer from a senior engineer that have many experience. And I think that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sarif.
Thank you, Mr. Ali.
Okay. Assalamualaikum and good evening to Mr. Azmeh and my friends. My name is Lokman and there is Hasib, Nuzul Hakim and Shafiq. We are here for ask some question about engineering ethics and Oshe in order to fulfill our assignment requirement. First and foremost, Mr. Azmeh, can you introduce yourself?
Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good day. My name is Muhammad Azmeh bin Abdul Masyah and I'm from Ipoh Perak. So currently I'm working as a engineer in Honda Malaysia Sendirian Berhad in new model center, which is for the new model development. And I've been in Honda just for around 4 to 5 months. And previously I was an process engineer at UNICEF in Ipoh Perak.
Okay, we proceed to first question. Have you been registered in BEM and can you explain why?
Okay. First of all, thank you. I already registered for the BEM right after my graduation, which is in 2019. So basically, when we enroll as a engineer student in our public university, after we graduation, we are being advised and being instructed by our lecturer to register for the BEM as a graduate engineer. And after we register as a graduate engineer, we need to practice some engineering field in engineer, so that we can enhance our skill and we can gain our knowledge in engineering field. And after we already log in, or we register as graduate engineer in BM, we can get the title for the professional engineer. And we need to register as a graduate engineer in BEM is because so that we can be a professional engineer, and so that we can work in any engineering field in Malaysia, basically as a professional engineer, and no one can doubt us or ask about us like which engineering field you are or which university you from. As long as we register as a graduate engineer in BM, we can practice our knowledge about engineer in any engineering field. And why we need to register is that if we want to further our career as a professional engineer, we need to register in BM so that we can be assessed by another professional engineer, so that they can know if we can get the title for professional engineer or not.
Okay, proceed to question number 2. What should an engineer do before signing with any document?
Okay, basically for my current job, I was before this I was a process engineer in Ipoh, but right now I am a new model engineer in Honda Malaysia Sdn Bhd. So basically, when I get some paper to sign or some document to sign, for example, I get some part list from my department order, from example from Thailand or from Japan. We need to check the document that we already been sent by our local supplier, and we need to check back with the first one that we send to them. Is it tally with each other? And then we need to know the timing that we requested them and the timing of the part to arrive at our site. And then after that, we need to check the quantity. Is it tally with the quantity we asked for? The color, for example, the color like the fabric of the seat. And then after that, we need to chop using our chop and sign. And also we must put our initial like our ID number. And then after we sign, we give to our senior engineer so they can verify is it correct or is it not tally with the one that we already order, or the part is not tally with what we want. So before we sign any document, we must check first, and then we must check with our senior so that we can have double check, so that if anything happen, we can have proof that we already checked, and before we sign, we already check and we sign it, so that in future if there's no problem, we can encounter this one. So you need to double check the document before you sign. Okay.
Okay, Shafiq.
Okay, Mr. Azmi, for question number 3, is it considered as illegal action if you accept any benefit from other parties, and how do you react as a qualified engineer?
Okay, basically we are not allowed to receive any kind of gift, for example, money or any watch or games or whatsoever, or smartphone. It's because like when we receive this one, we will tend like it's a bribe activities. So basically we cannot receive any gift from our supplier or our vendor, because we need to keep our business professional. So let's say if the vendor or the supplier want to give us some like gift or whatsoever, they are not allowed to do so, because they need to understand that this can make a bad impression for our company too, because like it can be easily, people will say that you can give them some gift or some present and they will allow you to do so, and so it's not allowable for us to receive any gift. And if my colleagues or my fellow friends are receiving, I would like to give some talk, or I would like to ask my friend to have some discussion with my senior engineer or my superior, so that we can discuss about this, because we cannot accept any gift outside our professional career. If the gift is outside of our job scope, it can be considered to accept that gift, kind of gift.
Okay, Mr. Azmi, for my question, what will you do if your workmates involved in white collar crimes?
Okay, basically all the things in our life, we have some rules and regulation. So we must follow all the rules and regulation that implement on ourselves. So if let's say my friends I detected my friend have some this kind of issue, first of all, I would like to advise him at first why you do this kind of activities. But if let's say he proceed and to do that kind of activities, we ask my superior or my senior engineer to discuss about this before we take any kind of serious action to him, because I believe there's some reason behind if my friends or my colleague to do some white collar activities, right? So we need to ask and we need to discuss first about why he do this kind of activities. And if let's say the person is still insist to do this kind of activities, uh, he or she need to understand that this can be affected on his career or his professional career, because it can consider as a illegal activities, right? So first we need to advise, and if not works, okay, we can ask our superior or our senior engineer to help to discuss with him. And if let's say he insists to do, we need to have some heavy action on him lah, because he or she carry our company name, so our company name will have some bad reputation if get caught. If let's say it's not get caught also can bring our company name in as a bad reputation lah. So if I detect my friend, I will first we advise, and if not, I will ask my superior or my senior engineer to advise. And if he do it, we take serious action. We take to top management to discuss about this. Okay.
Okay, Mr. Azmi, I'm Muhammad Asif, and for my question for you is as a qualified engineer, is it okay when someone or other parties ask for information and data about client and company without your company permission?
Okay, basically that's a good question, because currently I'm working as a new model for Honda, which is I have many model that have a top secret for our company. So even though my family or my friend want to ask, what kind of new model Honda will launch, we cannot tell because it's a top secret of company. And furthermore, in the company itself, when we want to go to the top level place like the new model center, you need to pass your smartphone or your camera to the security that secure the entrance area. And we cannot simply give the information to other people or even our family members, because this can be like information to our competitor, such as let's say Toyota or Proton, so that they know which kind of a new model that we want to bring, so they will like to tend to do or to copycat the design. So um, we cannot simply give the information, even though our father or our mother that want that kind of information, we cannot give, because we have the professional ethics to follow and abide, and we must maintain the top level secret of our company, so that our company can be successful and our competitor can compete in a good situation, in good condition, without any leak information given to our competitor. Okay.
Okay, I think Asif's question is the last question from this interview, and thank you, Mr. Azmi, because willing to spending your time to us, and I think that's all from us, and thank you, Mr. Azmi.
Okay, thank you and best of luck. Good luck in your studies.
Thank you, Mr. Azmi. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Smeh.